Hey everybody, this is Alzorath, and welcome back to Quartet. I keep wanting to call it Octet, and I'm gonna call it Octet probably at least 2 of these videos, but we're gonna drop off up here. I have been wandering, looking through back footage, all that kind of stuff. Did not find a thing. So this is probably my last guess as to where the other enemy... Oh, Shrine of Duck Dog. Okay. So yes, this is where we're supposed to be. This is the last extra boss. I'm going to save. I did do some grind testing. I did about 10 minutes while I was letting the video go through it to look for where the crap was. I'm going to just show you something that I did. Yep, we have 12, well, we have 14 of them. I could have gone 16. I actually think I could have gone 16 and been just fine. We're a little strong now. Very, very easy to get very, very strong in this. Everybody's over 2200 life. I bought 2 million gold worth of HP tomes. I bought 5 million gold worth of strength tomes. Hopefully we'll be all right. Duck Dog Quark. Left a scent behind. Smells like a high mountain meadow. Oh, it's going to be one of these where we have to track them around the world. Groovy. So, high mountain meadow. So, I'm guessing this is going to be one of those big puzzle things. Let's go ahead and swap it over to, I believe Nikolai is the one that we want for that. A high mountain meadow. This seems appropriate for this one. So, is he going to be... Oh, we missed some gold back here, apparently. High mountain meadow. This does not seem like a meadow, I guess. Although, maybe... This? Nope. Maybe she has a clue? Okay, so it's not here. What other high mountain meadows would we have access to? This is going to be one of those puzzle bosses. If it gets too frustrating to find him, I'll just skip it and then I'll make a video afterwards to find him. But I wanted to find Duck Dog, damn it. That was not intended to be as alliterative as it was. So maybe he stays in Ben's world? High Mountain Meadow? Maybe there? I'm going pretty much every place I can think of where there's a high mountain. But I don't think this is going to be it either. Because, yeah, this is just an opening. We already did that part. So up here would be the graves, which are fairly high up. Might actually have to fight through some nonsense to get there, but for the most part, we should just totally destroy everything in one go. I didn't buy any speed tokens. Speed tokens felt cheese. Oh, and we silenced them. Okay, yep. Bye. Still not doing that much more damage. Which leaves me disconcerted that strength maybe just doesn't do something after a point. Which kind of feels bad, but I think we'll be fine. Unless there is another spot that I can think of. Yeah, she's not even one-shotting stuff. She has strength that's like twice what the fount has. It's not this. A high mountain meadow. Does it actually show up in our story thing? Left Senpai smells like a high mountain meadow. I just don't know where else that would be. Because this is Seop Monastery. So maybe I'm thinking about this wrong. Maybe I should be looking for a place called High Mountain. But yeah, this initial area, not it. This is part of problem solving. We try things out until we find it. There are a few places here I could think of. That could be this place down here. Cavern of the Mighty Javelin. Nope. Yeah, that is just a nothing. So maybe I need to remember this is called Mighty Javelin. So it's not there. Where was labeled High Mountain though? I wish I could hover over these and see their names. That'd probably help me out a ton. And no, we can't land in that area. We have to do the long walk to it. And this is Northeast Forest. So I highly doubt that's High Mountain Meadow. That's the tower. That's just a house. Maybe it's here? But I don't think this is going to be it. Yeah, this is just called Stawny's Farm. You have any hints for us? Give us a deal on anything you buy. Groovy, my friend. More interested in shenanigans. But I don't know where he's going to be. I mean, there is the giant mountain in the middle of the map, but that's going to be called... I'm pretty sure that's called something else. Yeah, we can come in here to see the story. Yeah, that's Peak of Mount Nabaros. And that's where we go to face off against Uralt, which is probably going to be a pushover at this point because we've done all this other side stuff. High Mountain Meadow, High Mountain Meadow. Nothing there. You know what? Let's go ahead and swap between worlds and look around. High Mountain Meadow. Do you have anything that looks like it could be that? All this area just looks like waste over here. I don't think we're going to see anything that we can go into in there. Mainly because it's covered in snow and the doors are usually white orbs on the ground. I could show it off somewhere. Yeah, like you see where the entrance of that cave is white? A lot of the entrances are going to be that way. I am still annoyed that we can't go back to the place where the barbarians were in her interworld stuff. That's surrounded by water. Frankly, my dear, we've already been there. That's just a forest. I'll give it a pass through on each of these just to see if we can find it. That's just a mining area. So I don't think there's anything there. Maybe it's in Nikolai's? Is this going to be having us travel around all 4 worlds? That is a distinct possibility. And we could just systematically go through each of these. Yeah, this is Northwestern Wilds. This is not going to be a High Mountain Meadow. I suppose his village does go up into the mountains. But I don't think there were any meadows in that I am aware of. Yeah, there's nothing over here that looks inhabitable or actually activatable. There we go. Words. I have none. Okay, so that is just junk. Yeah, let's try going to his village, maybe? Because that's not a place. This was just one of our escape routes. Because we escaped out, went through that way, came up through this, and then ended up in that village there, I believe. Oh, wait. Have we even been here before? Yeah, we've been here. There was treasure here. Because there were people camping out in these. Seeking cover from the war. But yeah, Duck Dog might be a thing that we don't get because I am not very good at tracking things down off of vague clues. Someone's probably shouting in the comments, "It's the place, damn it!" Like, it could be here for all we know. In fact, you know what? Systematic checking time. I will cut this out and then I'll bring it back whenever we find the Duck Dog. Okay, I give up on trying to find it. That hint is not good enough for me to find it, and I don't have the time to actually go digging around for it before I have to do the review. I'll come back to the game, I'll get my speed and stuff up on the characters, I'll grind up stuff and find out where it is to get that last achievement. I have kind of reached the point where, yes, I have been looking for it quite a while now. Can't find it for shit. So, yeah. Maybe it's actually in this. This is the only place I haven't gone is into the actual mountain. So, on to the end of the game we go. I was going to do Duck Dog, but tough. Maybe we'll run into him here. If not, it's fine. It's the end of the game. We are beating it today. And then I will return to it to do my own. Is this the place from the old guy's story? This is definitely the biggest mountain. I'm a little surprised the air isn't thinner. Because see, it said a plain and a high mountain. Maybe this is it. But this one's so big I can't even see the edges of it. I thought this was just going to be a mountain. What are all these buildings and stuff? Did someone really drag this stuff all the way up here? Probably magic. The truth is much stranger. The ancient witness report that originally this place was a tower stretching to the heavens. It was the crowning achievement of the Shinari Empire. The sources are unanimous in saying that the mountains fell upon the tower when the empire collapsed. But how or why that happened, we do not know. You shouldn't stay in one place for too long. And we have our party. So, yeah, we have decent enough equipment. I might swap it up as we're going through, depending on what we run across. But we are currently in Mount Nibaros, and the clue for that other one was literally, he left a senpai and smells like a high mountain meadow. Well, this is a high mountain. I don't remember there being any meadows, though. Maybe he's going to interfere with us getting to the final boss? Soul Strike. How much life does it have? Not enough, apparently. Think we might be a little overpowered. Okay, so we are looking for any kind of meadows or anything like that here. And yes, I will be looking around side to side. I still want to beat that if the opportunity arises. Thing is, I don't think it's going to in this place. I think this is literally just, welcome to the final dungeon. It's all fun and games. And you're probably going to one-shot everything because you have done all the side quest stuff. Well, not quite one shot. We didn't kill that in one hit, but it's weak versus bludgeoning, so. We do not get XP from anything because we're already all level 50, so not much we can do about that. I probably should have been here sooner. We were what? Third? No, I think we had just started hitting 30s before we did the side quests, so. This is definitely starting to look familiar. Hi, how you doing? Ice Raven. Better than Blood Raven, I guess. Oh no, he's gonna snowball me. Whatever will I do? I don't know, Javelin Rain? Such a tough mini-boss. And we get a shell necklace from him. I mean, if we needed magic resist, that'd be fine. We really don't. And most of the characters, whenever I get past their turn, will have full AP except for her. Attend, pilgrims. The hell is that? I expect it is the voice of the mountain, or rather, the tower. Homage is due in equal measure to both the king and the queen. Divide yourselves equally, lest you incur majestic wrath. Hey! Anyone want to catch me up? Yeah, we're going to divide the party. The tower that originally stood here served as the Shinrai's ritual capital. Pilgrims from their subject domains were required to come and pay homage. The king and queen, as they styled themselves, were locked in a kind of smoldering conflict with one another, thus they divided all honors equally. How do you know so much about this? These are lessons taught in every introductory history of magic class. I've heard some of these stories too. The Shinari were the discoverers, or perhaps inventors, of magic. Many of the details are uncertain. We know the Shinari only by what other cultures wrote about them. Their own records were entirely wiped out. From the look of things, it seems that the legends were true. Divide yourselves, pilgrims. Hopefully not all of them. Who is the first character going to the temple? It's going to be... We're going to go Zikaron. Who is the second character going to the temple? We'll go with Jerome. Who is the third character going to the temple? We're going to go with Cordelia. And the fourth one is going to be Agata. So the other ones are going a different direction, I think. Yeah. So we've got... This party's not going to be as strong as the other one, but it will be fine. But I do think I want them at least in a organization, I think, because we have a healer here, and we have Ben as a healer on the other side. Watch us run across ice immunes galore up here. Mount Nabaro's Temple. So it's going to be a division dungeon. That's fine. I think we'll be okay overall regardless. Mainly because, yeah, we have fairly decent teams. Oh, and Jesus, we actually get a whole other turn. Ice Spike. Yeah, our X fight, not really the strongest, but it functions. And he just penetrates all resists, so he does not matter at all whenever the enemies don't have high life. Oh, and there's still items to gather. Holy crap. I mean, yes, I will get them because I'm interested in what they're going to be. Soul Strike, the Apsasu. I like the Apsasu design. I don't know what about it intrigues me. They're like derpy little gargoyles. And I love it. Take out that guy. And Soul Strike. I don't think we're too worried about just running out of resources at all in this. Be slightly down because we actually have... Oh, Mark of Aratia. Which is... What? There it is. Strength plus 30, magic plus 5. I mean, instead of the buffet plate, that might actually be good. Where is it at? There it is. So that would bring him up to 191. With a 4 hit, but buffet gives him an attack buff, if I remember correctly. Might even give him an accuracy buff. So, we'll see. And I assume this is the way forward. No guarantees at the moment. Though we do actually get 2 opportunities for... So, never mind. I was going to say for Zikaron to attack, but nothing's going to happen here. We are in question mark. Do I really want to take the random fights? Not really. The random fights are not going to do anything for me. I'm just making sure there are no other paths that we want to take. Yeah, if a fight is avoidable, I'm going to be avoiding it at this point. For max level, we have way better sources of gold than anything here could provide. Because we could just go fight those squid guys and farm them for... It's a little over 500,000 per fight there. So, and the fights do not take long at all. Hey, Felix, how you doing? You're hanging halfway out of reality. The 777 gil here is just... I keep saying gil. It is a vol. That is our objective. Oh, we have multiples. Oh, no. And I don't know if Felixes are going to be resistant to us, so I'm just going to keep going with him against them. Because I know that our melee attackers can take out the mages. Sorry, is this place what I think it is? This is a section of the Royal Roads. These served as shortcuts between different points of the Shinari Empire. Mages throughout history have stumbled into this place by accident, usually not more than once. The question is, where does it go? If it's a shortcut between regions, that I would hazard a guess that we would be able to, you know, use it to go between regions faster than using even the airship. I do think those little blue lights might just be aesthetic. Okay. Oh, we can go under this. Oh, God. Hidden back paths. And no, I'm not sitting extremely broken level speed yet. I could. It's actually really easy to do that. I could realistically get enough money to do essentially endless. Hold up. I think we were there and just didn't take that bridge. I'm not going to worry about it too much. Because, yeah, diadems. Bleh. Bone mail. Oh, bone mail's not bad. We actually have that equipped on, I believe, yeah, Zikaron. Because it gives a massive amount of life. It lowers the attack a little bit, but gives us really good defense as well. And actually, out of this group, I'm going to go with that. That's going to reduce his regeneration, but he is a beast anyway. Okay, so this is going to probably be a boss fight, so I'm going to save. And yes, I do have a save further down that's closer to being able to do the dude. I don't really care too much. So 3995. Let's see what X... Okay, so he is weak versus, I believe, slashing. That's going to work out fine for me. Skills, Ice Shard. What are you weak against here? And 532. So X fight with this. Here comes Deathstroke. Oh no, we're gonna have to heal. Whatever will I do? I'm gonna overheat with you just to do a massive amount of fire damage. I think we I do find it hilarious. He's weak versus an attack, but this is a big but. It's one of these things where, yeah, he's weak versus it, but we're doing more damage with the thing he's not weak against. That's a big demi. Let's overheat again. I guess he's only weak versus fire, as far as the actual elements go. And we'll do our Javelin Rain. This might actually be able to kill him. See, that is one thing that I'm actually weirded out about. Our ability has actually grown with the attack. Our attacks have not. But yeah, I have that save right there. So I only lose about an hour if I have to go back to that, but that's before I started looking around for the dog duck thing. But yeah, this Javelin Rain actually does scale with damage, so with strength, whereas the rest of them don't seem to. Hold up. Oh, we can't go back through. That's fine. This party is a little bit weaker, but I think it's still more than capable of doing what we needed to do. It's just going to be, you know, tougher fights. We'll be relying mostly on Ben and Alexandra. It is worth noting, though. How do we get into those stairs? Oh. That we have ambidexter on both Juna and Nikolai. So they will be punching hard. In fact, we might not even need to rely on our casters at all. I do like the music here, though. It's kind of rock. Kind of like JRPG metal. Although, nothing, if you're going JRPG metal, nothing compares to freaking Final Fantasy X. That is just a given. Let's go for a shard. For shard! And there's Penumbral Mail. Penumbral Mail, I don't think I've actually... Yeah, I haven't even gotten that before. Armor fashioned in the lost dark forge of the Astral Blade. It's just our current mail is slightly better normal defense and gets us more life. And I'm not... we're at the point where the stats don't feel like they're having as much of an impact as I would like. So we're going to have to kind of just deal with it. Oh, we've got the breezes. Oh, geez. Okay, so we get knocked off. Is this just... Okay, so it's not a bad deal. We just have to walk past the goblin and not get hit by him. Okay, so this one, we got to wait for it to go by. Or do we just... Oh, we just race against it. That's fine. That one's faster. Okay. It's just timing puzzles. That's not a big deal. We are going to have to fight you to be able to... Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, I see where we go. Hi, guy. We'll come get your treasure since you're so close and so easy to get into position for. Oh, and you are weak versus earth. Nice. Oh, ow. Thankfully, we did upgrade our health. Thunderbolt. And lightning. It's very, very frightening. And yes, we all have buffets on us. It doesn't give us actual buffet, which is kind of sad. Oh, there's another Crown of Moons. I think we already had one of those. Yeah. Just gives us extra AP if we want to. It's a good caster helmet. Although with our current life total, regular potions ain't doing nothing. I do wonder what you're guarding there, bud. Okay, to get to that, we're going to need vines over on the right, if we decide to go for it, at least. Like I said, I'm not too interested in going after a bunch of this stuff. Oh, he's resistant. That's not good. Big guy up there. I mean, since he's gonna be a pain in the butt. Ow. I'm glad that we were able to get his AP back from that, though. Okay, so back up this. We have a heal there. I don't know how we'd actually go back down to that spot. Oh, here it is. This better be a good item. It's a freaking rabbit's foot. I'll show you guys what that does. We have one. It's luck plus 15. All that way out for a freaking lucky rabbit's foot? Are we serious? Giving me that trash? And now we have another god. Well, we'll shoot super. Oh, he is resistant. Okay, so he's immune to earth magic. Go ahead and use seconds on yourself. Guess what you're gonna be doing? Slam him? Okay, so he's weak versus bludgeoning, but we don't have a lot of damage on you. I mean, you're fine. It's just... bleh. Let's go for that. Try and get blind and silence on him. Well, we got blind on him. That's at least a plus. Okay, you go ahead and berserk her. Go, Juna. Show them what for. Hopefully you're weak versus lightning. Well, you're at least prone to it. You're immune to frickin' earth. That's just gonna lower our defense. That's not a problem. Sweep is a problem. Although he is blinded. Which works for me. Do I have a way to set them on fire? We can go for the trip mine. And now I think we just fight with you and let Ben give her a double up. So she can do that suplex. She can suplex this train. Slam. Ow. This is still fine. Innervate on you. Yeah, like I said, this party is weaker. But not that much weaker. We are escalating that damage. And I do want her to probably suplex a couple more times, so let's go ahead and get her topped off a little bit. I mean, we have plenty of ethers to spare. He is still blinded. You know what? Let's go ahead and ether up Nikolai. Ether. I'm not actually sure which one that would be. Conductive armor. His defense is up, his magic defense is down. He is not set to double this, but I am just going to go ahead and pile driver. Oh, that worked. I think we might be a little overpowered. A magic tome and speed tome. We'll use them whenever the characters get grouped up again. The whole gang's back together. We know what to expect next. Fortunately, no. How old is all this stuff? It looks ancient, but also not that old. Yeah, we have to repair the flooring in our shop every couple of years. This pavement is pretty good shape. You have less traffic on an ancient giant mountain that no one visits. The people disappeared but left their stuff intact? There's no such thing as a neat and tidy war. I mean, if you kill them all with poison, there might be some dust and debris and panic moments. But if it all works in one night, you wouldn't ever know. But there's not really a poison that can do that I know of that isn't also extremely toxic to the people who would be conquering it, basically salting the earth. It was not a war, at least not as we would understand it. The Shinari Heartland was struck by some sort of prolonged magical disaster. The ancient witnesses refer to it as Year of Storms and Darkness. When the disaster was over, the outlying nations sent scouting parties to the Empire's capital. I almost just spilled my coffee. Jesus. I went to grab it and hit the edge of it. That would have been bad. I would have had to replace my keyboard. Anyway, they found out only these ruins, infested with dangerous monsters, not a single ethnic Shinari was anywhere to be seen. So there was a 5th division. Magic ceased to exist, at least in humans, right? For a long time after that. Human magic wasn't rediscovered until way after. Many of the most ancient spells were never recovered at all. What was that bad? Was that a bad thing or a good thing? I mean... Okay, so item-wise... Oh, we actually hit auto put us into a good party. Okay, so we'll save this. Get our heals. I am curious. Does this just lead us back through both directions? Ah, it takes us to the starting shrines for each side. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so now we just murk everything and don't worry about any of this. Soul Strike! That's not enough to kill him. I could go and get 99 bloody health potion things and get him up another 2,500. Actually, health ones are not that expensive. I could spend 10 minutes grinding and get him to 999. Now that I think about it, that would not be hard to do. And this is on normal difficulty. This is not on easy, which I think are the only 2 difficulties. Here's the reliquary. 4 paths. He looks like he is guarding something, so, you know, we gotta beat you up. We are fast enough to go twice before them, by the way. And yes, we could get them evade books as well. It would be very, very easy to max out all of your stats. Like, painfully easy. Shield Ring. That is a new one. Shield Ring is just better magic defense. Hairpin. That is what he has equipped. I'm actually mildly tempted to double hairpin him and get him 60% recovery every single turn. But really, out of the characters we have, I think he's the one who benefits most from hairpin. Because that brings him up to 30%, so he'll be able to use his abilities rather frequently. He's not going to be attacking hardly at all. So I don't really need to worry about it. Now, yeah, I'm getting lost in those little side places there. Soul Strike. But yeah, that's an extra 20%. Ah, I should have done it to the statue. Well, Thunderbolt. And Geyser. That did not kill you, son of a butt. Yeah, Zikaron by far is the most reliable damage in the game. He is not the highest damage. And I think that's a good thing. He is the one you turn to whenever you just need something to hurt. That is at about 3,000 to 5,000 life. Okay, so this guy we're going to actually have to fight. Soul Strike, and that is a new enemy. Like his design. Doesn't take much damage from normal attacks. And he cleaves as a counter. Cool. Get thunderbolted, bitch. Lightning bolt! Lightning bolt! Feather necklace. I think we've already gotten one of those. Or was it just a... No, it was just a feather. It's speed +2. I think it'd be really nice to be able to craft the items back into stuff, by the way. Like if you have 3 feathers, craft them into a feather necklace. That's one door open. Question is, how do we open the other door? I think there was another door in front of it, wasn't there? And yeah, we'll grab this since it's an easy grab. It's a free mega elixir. What more could we want? We might end up using them. We'll use them against the stand-in Hitler, I guess. Ah, balls. It's going to be this way, and we're going to have to go through these weird little side tunnels. Okay. Okay, so that comes out there. Ah. I did not see that, so. Now we can get through. That was just me being a dumbs. I should have seen that. Those are fairly apparent light emitting spots by the doors. So, just blame me for being a dumbs there. Ooh. Some umsu. In other words, it's probably a Marlboro. We're never going to find out what it does. This is fine. I am going to save up a little bit higher. Okay, so we got plant that way and nothing the other ways. Okay. And we'll fight plant. Is it another one? Ooh, he's no longer by himself. I hope that guy on the left is actually prone to attacks. He is. Little bit strong. This would be a real gauntlet if we would have just come straight here. So I have a feeling speedrunning this is going to be actually semi-challenging. Because these guys are not going to go down in one hit. I think what the strategy might be, provided there's no glitches. I would not be surprised if people find glitches to skip stuff if they start speedrunning this. I wager... Oh, I think I probably should have chosen my target better. But my guess is for the initial like non-glitchy speedruns of this, people are going to do farming the gold probably at one point. They're probably going to rush up to that, get the unlocks for getting the special uniques, go up, farm those guys with Agata and Zikrodon, get HP up to 9999 just super quick. That's like maybe a 10-15 minute grind to get HP up to crazy levels enough to one-shot those guys. And then just grind to whatever you need for this through stat things. Maximize that gold. Okay, so Thunderbolt. That's what I think it's probably going to be, because I could see myself getting through the story really quick now that I know where everything is. And with people doing just auto run and stuff like that and getting the menuing down, I can see things getting pretty solid. Oh, but we need a Buton to open this. The sorting must continue. Our sacred mission continues until their majesties return. Hello. Arbiter. Okay, so you have a decent amount of life. Skills, let's go ahead and drop seconds in on you so you can do the javelin. Oh, 400-ish damage, that's not bad. Let's mulinet them. Oh, ya bitch. Frankly, out of the two of them, I need to remedy her first. Because we need to get this javelin rain going. That's not bad damage. Here's our second wave. I wanted to hit the one on the right. That way we get rid of at least one of these enemies. And you are going to do seconds on yourself, actually. And you get to go ahead and remedy yourself. Because you have a job to do, my friend. Yeah, let's take out the hands. Enervate. Yeah, that's just our magic defense down. That is not a problem. And we will go ahead and ether you up so you actually get up to 70. Time for the zap zap. I don't think this is going to get rid of the hand. Oh, yeah, it got it. Okay, groovy. Healing Spring just to top us off. Not that it's particularly necessary. I just feel more comfortable with that there. And time for Javelin Rain. And I think we're going to restore her mana with probably... Oh, we're going to have to do it with you. I was thinking about using Zikron's attack there, but I think she's going to do more damage. And you get to go ahead and drop seconds in on her. This is an actual proper boss fight, and if we weren't so boosted, things would be even scarier. But Jerome's going to sit here and give us them good heals. If we don't kill them on this one round. I have to say, it is interesting that they are still able to stand up to us despite just dumping that many resources in. One of each tome. I should probably be using those tomes. Okay, items. We have strength tomes, magic tomes. Do I give her another strength tome? She's at freaking 192. Does it matter anymore? I'm going to put it on Juna, just because Juna hasn't gotten any love. And you are going to be at 99, because 100 problems aren't your speed. Let's go with one on Jerome to bring him up to everybody's speed, and then Zikron, you get the last one, so you can get more double turns. I am really curious what, like, 100 speed would do. How many turns in a row would that be? Because I have a feeling things get really broken really fast. Whenever you start dumping into speed, there's a reason it's the most expensive one. Although, admittedly, get enough Midas hands, and you can farm, what, 3 of those per fight? So it's not like the speed tokens are going to be a major limit. And whenever I go to farm that, it's going to be probably off of that one, which is a while back, but it's fine. I really am curious if I can just machine gun my abilities. Okay, we are... This is looking familiar. Uh-huh. Up here is the big guy. And this should warp to the dungeon so you can warp back anytime. This is in case we wanted to do some side quests. Okay. So if we want to go do Duck Dog, this is an easy one. Or I can just come back here. I'm going to put this on save 1. And come back down here. And grab that. Reason being is because that's going to be easier to grind it on. If I want to do that. Oh, the gate's open. Hello. So you've come. So you've come. Fate will soon make her choice. I don't know what accent you have. You get all of them. Don't do this. Oslin can't win the war anymore. All you're doing is creating new enemies and putting your people in danger. You understand nothing. He who would live must fight. He who does not wish to fight in this world, where permanent struggle is the law of life, does not have the right to exist. In the crucible of history, one is either the hammer or the anvil. Oslin must be the hammer. Does this line of argument really suffice in your country? By now you must understand that other worlds are not like yours, and those worlds are thriving. You can say such a naive thing, but do you think that I'm the fool? The wealth of your nation was large enough to tempt your neighbors, and yet you were completely unprepared to repel an invasion. Those who bear arms and wield magic must necessarily be the masters of those who lack them. This is a waste of time. He has to die. Ha! There it is, the vital spark! Whatever fate may decide today, remember this. Even after the world's divided, the nature of mankind remained the same as it ever was. The struggle for survival will forever be a conquest, the means of existence, and the elimination of others who would claim your share. As long as there are peoples upon this world, they will fight, nation against nation, to protect their grasp on magic and the control of the future. So let us begin. Okay. Big guy, how you doing? I'm gonna actually clairvoyance on turn 1 so I know what you are. It's a Rolt. Only 55 grand. He resists probably everything. And a mage who twice sundered the world. Is this really what you want? Is this really what you need? Javelin Rain! Okay, he is weaker than some of the optional bosses. So you know what we're gonna do. We're gonna give you some seconds. And then we're gonna give you just a little bit of mana. Oh, ow, oof. My guy. My dude. Was that burn really called for? Let's go for a overheat. It's not going to be enough to kill him, but it's going to soften him up a little bit more. We're going to get a double javelin, and this might just kill him. Which means that the final boss is definitely easier than the optional stuff, which is fine. Optional stuff is optional for a reason. Honestly, I think he might be easier than some of the side quests. Oh, no, we got second wave. Okay. Oh, well, we're going to comfort food then. Ta-da! Skills, let's go for a... You know what? X-Fight. Oh, he doesn't take much damage from you. Well, let's clairvoyance your ass. So 55,000 up to 75,000. And resists everything as usual. So boss is going to have multiple stages. That's fine. Go ahead and ether up yourself. Dorgot Seal. Ooh, you bastard. Getting off all my permanent buffs there, you jerk. Well, let's go ahead and dump some seconds in on her. He's gonna take extra damage from this. No, well, that's not too bad. Let's go ahead and do another overheat, I think. Although he's probably immune to fire. So let's go ahead. Since we're here, I want to see what the graphic for it looks like. Oh, it's the final boss fight. Why not? Let's go Mullinet. The boss can bleed. If he can bleed, he can die. So he's got 75,000 life. It's going to take a couple of these. Here comes the second wave of these. Yeah, that's more than half of his life in one turn at least. This'll touch. Oh no. You jerk. Thank you for the big hit there. That sucks, but I can do damage to you, bud. And we will do seconds in on her. I'm going to use another Mega Elixir, because why not? We got a ton of them. And Javelin Rain. Do you think you are strong? Do you think you are tough? Oh, Darth Fathark. What? Darth Fathark. My guy, how many stages do you have? This is probably 100,000. Uh-huh. So he is tougher. He has a lot more life. So he's changing phases quite a bit. Go ahead and do seconds in on you. Flesh to glass. Okay. My guy. We're going to do an ether on you. We're going to actually be reviving him with Zakaron. So items, we do a full revive. We apparently have 101 of them. We only buy 99 at once, but I guess we can have more. Skills, we are going to go with Mullinet. He cannot bleed from that. Do you know what he can do? Let her have a turn. Hi. Wait a minute. Ben didn't get a turn in all of that. Demi is not a big problem. It's irritating, but it's not a big problem. Get seconds going on her. You go for the Mega Elixir again. That gets all of our life back up. That gets us kind of squared away. And you can go ahead and time bend her back in. Now we start doing damage. I wonder how much damage this is if somebody wants to calculate it out. That's 1, 2, 3. So it's at least 24,000, but it's probably going to be closer to like it's 24,000 if you get 2 of the weakest throws of Javelin. How many stages do you have there, bud? And he's giving himself a buff. My dude, please don't do these things. Skills, we do a Soul Strike. Because we now have the turn free to do it. We do High Ether on her. And guess what? More Javelin Rain! Should we be abusing these things? Yes. Here comes second one. It's not going to kill him. He has the defensive buffs on. You can see him on his nipples. You know, you got to have those nipple defensive. Oh, fuck. Items. Mega Elixir. Seconds. She's not the ideal one to be going after him. In fact, right now, that would be Zikaron. Although, they do about the same amount of damage. No, she does more, because she gets more hits. Never mind. He still does more damage even through his defensive abilities. Da 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 da. Is that really it? What happens now? All the magical elements. The power of the elements is gathering. Just like in the Sage's story. Can we do what Geralt did? What the four of them did back then? It's up to us to decide. What are we deciding? It's quite simple. We must put the world back the way it was in the beginning. Why? Because it's the right and natural state of the world. The split brought about a cataclysm in most places, did it not? Almost all of history, all of mankind's journey toward enlightenment, in fact, took place in a unified world. Surely we want to return everyone to that state. I think I have to agree. Anything would be better than the situation we have in Tyche right now. If putting the world back the way it was would stop that chaos, then we have to do it. But at what cost? What do you mean? The split between the worlds caused a famine, a war, and a series of natural disasters. Who knows what might happen when we reverse it? It's got to be better than what's happening now, right? I mean, there's a war going on, and if either side wins, it will be a bloodbath. Millions will die. We need other countries there to prevent it. And I will help them where I am able. But I also swore an oath as a doctor to do no harm. And you have violated that oath countless times, including just a moment ago. That's not the same, and you know it. When someone takes up arms and steps onto a battlefield, they consent to whatever might happen next. Can we just hang on a sec? I'd be afraid to even plan a menu in your country because you're also afraid of spices. But we're supposed to decide how the world works for everybody? I don't think so. We have to do something. We can't come all this way and take no action. Do we really have to do anything? I know humans suffered a lot from the world splitting, but plenty of other people did too. There were animals that lost their whole food source, flocks and herds that were split up, entire species of animals that died in horrible ways. If they were voting with us right now, things would be way different. So this is a vote? Very well then, since Zikaron probably lacks the capacity to contribute, it comes down to you, dear girl. Look. It feels like we've been on this whole quest for a long time, but not that long ago, I was just trying to run a grocery store. And now that this is over, I'll probably just go right back there and that'll be enough for me. What am I even trying to say? The dead guy, the Chancellor, I met him. I was alone with him and I only know one thing for sure. He made his last speech for a reason, to make us think the way he wanted us to think. That's what he did for a living. That's the kind of person he was. I think he wanted us to either keep the world split or join them back together. He would have been happy either way. Because either way, he would be the reason why the world changed, and everyone would remember him for it. Sadly, those are the two options we are presented with. Really? If she's right about that bastard, let me tell you, he sounds like most of the bastards I've ever met. Then why do we need to do what he wants? Let's just stick it to him instead. Credible insights as usual. Hang on, he's right. They trained us for this in the army. The enemy wants you to force you into their preferred course of action. But you don't have to take the bait. Coming up with a new strategy that the enemy doesn't expect, that's what you're supposed to do. Something a bit more down the middle. I don't actually know what that would be, though. I have an idea. What are we gonna do, folks? Kind of wish I actually just got a choice between 3 options. Is there gonna be a post-credit scene that tells us what happened? Okay. Yeah, oh, thank God. It's an in-credits thing. So. Is this going to be peace talks? Or are we going to have everybody vote? We've got representatives from each of the factions there. I actually really am enjoying this, by the way. I think it's a good game. I'll give my overall opinions in the actual review, which you can check out over on the main channel. But I think this is worth playing. It's a indie gem so far, even with the fact that we couldn't find Duck Dog, which is the last achievement I have to get. Okay, so we have people kind of like meeting up in places. It looks like we've got people from different worlds joining in on this too. So people are crossing over. I don't know if the worlds themselves were remerged though. Or at least, I don't think they are, judging by the fact that we had them teleporting in on the earlier one. Oh, we got more! And they're different colors! You didn't tell me your friends were pastels. Aww. Juna! I wonder if this is different if you haven't done any of the side quests. It would make sense if it is different, but I don't know if they have the budget or the time to do that. Or if it like restricts the number of scenes, maybe. Because there's only one optional thing we didn't do, which was Duck Dog. Oh, he started a restaurant. He very happy. Now, is the game pretty linear? For the most part, it's kind of basically a flower shape. You have the stem that's each of the chapters leading up to it. You kind of choose how it forks into it. So maybe like roots into the stem. You have all those leading into one. Then you have a very linear game. Then you have the blossom out for the side quest at the end, or you can just go for the extreme there. Oh, haha. We need your water magic up here. Oh. She just took him to another dimension. Cool. What'd you do with him? Don't ask. That's how that conversation goes in my head. There's someone on the other side of that is absolutely not enjoying themselves. Oh. So they are using the wind thing for power now. And, oh, so they are helping with it. So cooperation between the sides. That guy must have had trouble teleporting in. I do like that they are showing them kind of interacting with each other and crossing over. Watch Duck Dog ruin one of our cutscenes. That would suck. And yeah, they are talking musician thing. The music in this is an interesting deal, by the way. I think it's well done. I think there's a few points where there's just dead silence that kind of throw it off a little bit. Yes, silence is important. I feel they're used a little bit too often in this. The actual music itself, really solid. The placement of the music, not always there. Because there are just moments where the music is just like, no, we don't want music here. Which, yes, that adds tension to a scene, but if it's overused, you end up not really seeing too much in the way of... I'm trying to think of how to describe it. You end up not having the same impact. It ends up being kind of just, oh, an uncanny silence. And there's all our people. Hi, people. Rally-ho! But yeah, I enjoyed it. I will be spending the rest of today writing the review for tomorrow and editing it. But I do plan on coming back and seeing what happens if we go completely ham on speed. Strength's impact was underwhelming on normal attacks. That might be, for some reason, this is speculation. It's just speculation on my part. I would not be surprised if attack only influenced attack skills. And the actual damage you deal with weapons is just based on the weapons you have equipped. This would not surprise me. The game is geared around you cycling through the characters and essentially trying to think of the best way to say this, but yeah. It wants you to cycle through the characters. It wants you to switch back and forth, use spells, let the ones in the backline recharge. That's how you're supposed to play it. We ended up going the primary party route, going for kind of broken combos if possible, and pushing things to the limit rather than doing that, which is one of the things I try to do whenever I play games. If I can figure out a way to break things, I want to break them. I only found one soft lock. I did get mildly frustrated trying to find the duck dog, and those are the only things that kind of caught me off guard whenever it was that kind of stuff. Normally in an indie game, whenever I'm covering it before release, I usually find like 4 or 5 fairly significant bugs, and we just didn't. That means this is pretty well put together and they are ready to release, even though this is the press version as opposed to the release version. The release version will have a patch for the soft lock we found. I hope that they end up including a better hint for Duck Dog, or I will just look up a guide on where to find him probably and maybe do a bonus video or tack it on to something. I don't think I'm going to be able to tack it on because I'm trying to get these rendered by tomorrow as well. That way I can have them all uploaded. That way everyone who is basically wanting to watch the full Let's Play on the day of release can watch it. The thing you have to be careful about is I don't want to spam people's inboxes. So it's going to be releasing once a day, but there will be, as usual, whenever it's uploaded and done processing, I'll have put it as members first, and then it'll release daily for free viewing. I don't put things behind paywalls on this channel. I don't put things behind paywalls on my main channel either. The TTRPG stuff might have some stuff behind paywalls, but I am a firm believer in the best kind of things for viewers and stuff like that are free, with ads if necessary, but overall, I think this was good. I liked it. I think my favorite character as far as combat goes was definitely the Golem. I'm not sure who my second favorite would be. I did like the Mage Hunter girl. The Phylacta or Phylaxa or whatever she was called. Obviously, proper names of things do not stick in my brain very well. I would forget my own name if I didn't need to use it very often, and let's be frank, there has been periods of times where I have to stop being like, wait, I do remember my first name, but for a while there, I didn't use it very often. Now, as far as this list, this is probably going to be Kickstarters. We're halfway down the list, I think. Well, not even that. B, C, D, E, F, G. Yeah, we're only 7 letters down. Never mind, it's not even in order. Okay. It's just all over the place. I thought it was an alphabetical order because I saw a bunch of J's together. So we do not know how far down this list we are. Can we actually skip forward in it? We cannot. Actually, is it speeding up slightly whenever I press up? Press all the buttons. Nope, nothing. But I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. If you guys want to check out the review, it's going to be over on the main channel. If you're coming here from the review, hi, hello, people. Comment down below and say you watched the review. But yeah, keep gaming, have fun, peace out. This has been Alzorath. Bye.